Over the last week or two I've had some stickers come in. So it's time to put some more on the board. On the door, should I say. First one we got is Stephen Lane from Shark River Machinery, or Shark River Machine. So thank you very, very much, Stephen. You're on the ball, on the door, mate. Go and check Steve out. It's some good stuff on there. And the second one, if I can get this one started, is give me a moment. I'm getting there. Just got to get my fingers to work right. Second one, Steve Summers. So I'm pretty stoked about having these two blokes on the board, on the door. I've learnt quite a bit from both these guys. So thank you very, very much, Stephen and Steve. Much appreciated, guys. I really appreciate it. So if any of you have got some stickers you want to send in to me and throw on the door, by all means, please send them over. And I got my email address in the description. Flip me an email, and if you want some stickers, I'll send some to you guys, or you can send some my way, and I'm more than happy to put them on the door. So thanks again, guys. Much appreciated. This is a plate that I'm going to use for the bottom of the tailstock that actually goes, attaches to the table. Just a piece of 10mm by 50mm. Plate, yeah, and it's about just under 6 inches long. I just want to remove the scale off the top, so I've set it up and I've taken the swivel base off the vise just to eliminate any deviation in the vise itself. So I just want to remove just a very light amount on both sides. So. We've got a nice fresh hone on the tool. I've got it set on a couple of parallels as well, so I mentioned that. I've crunched the numbers best I can, and I've determined the centre height from the bottom of the base here to the centre of the pin. Measured the base and done all that sort of stuff. I've worked out the spacer I need to go in between here and here has to be 1.47. So now I've just got to decide what I'm going to use to make that standoff, basically. I don't know whether to get another piece of square and then machine that down, because it is going to be welded, so it's solid, or make it round. Just put a round riser in there. I don't know. So I'm going to go and have a hunt through and see what I got. Well, in the midst of a few interruptions and whatever, I forgot to I just forgot to press record when I was machining this side just to size, to 1470 thou. I had visitors in the shed here, and you just get yapping and you just keep toiling away doing what you're doing, and I just simply forgot to do it. So I apologise for that. You didn't miss much. Just held it in the forejaw and faced it off, then machine it to width. I did put a little recess in the centre of one side where it sits down on the bottom of the plate, just so it won't rock. But the top will just sit hard on the top, just clamp down then weld it on. So yeah, I'm just going to clean all the paint and crap off the side here, so I've just got it dialed in at just a 20 thou, and then I'll turn it, do it, turn it, do it, and just work my way around. Starting the rain here again today, which is a very pleasant sight. So. The last side cleaned up. Just got a bit of paint left on these corners. I'll work out what I'm going to do with that later. So that's it for the day for me. I'm going inside. I've got all four sides cleaned up on that spacer block. And it's cut to height, but it looks like a bit of, without that angle there, looks like a pimple on an elephant's ass. It just looks like a blob. So I've bought a set of these angle blocks, just an eBay special. So I'm thinking I might set it up and line up this corner up here. That's a 5-degree angle, and cut this on a taper, this edge off here. Yeah, so cut that edge off on both sides, obviously, just for cosmetic reasons. Just, they're still going to leave me enough to put a weld across the top here. Plus it'll give me a little bit of a lead on this edge, and to put a weld in the back here across the end, the side of it, instead of just cutting it back in square, so it just looks like two blocks one on top of the other. Put a taper on it, might just make it look a bit prettier. So I've got the blocks, I may as well use them. So it'll either make it look good or make it look like crap. Either, we're going to do it. I've got it set up in the shaper. I've worked out, with some pretty wild measuring, I advanced compound 250 thou. Should just about touch me on the line, which would be close enough. I'll just keep measuring every advance, and should be nearly spot on. So that's the plan. Then I'll do this side, then I'll flip it and do the other. I'll go make a cup of tea and I'll come back and make a start. Okay, take a 30 thou first cut. Get rid of that. Tooth out to go with the shear tool. I've just touched off there. 30,000 step over, just going to see how it performs really. Could be good, could be ugly. I'll cut this one dry too. No sign of chatter. Looks like it's going to be a bad finish either. That is a, for me, that's a bloody good finish. And there it is. Didn't come up too bad. Now, if I measure that, it's in the centre. So 1464, flip it over. 1463, so it's within a thou, just. It's 1464. 1464. Which way do I go in here? Oh, you guys get the guess. You know, it's pretty darn close to being good. Yeah, within a thou of being the same. So to me, that's, for my capabilities, that's plenty good enough. It is going to look a bit ordinary still though, I must agree. It's going to look pretty crap really, in a sense, but that's life. As long as it does the job, serves its purpose. Now, the reason I did make that a touch longer is so I can get a nice little weld in them corners there underneath. Good excuse, isn't it? That's just the way it turned out, so I'm going to leave it that length and be able to put a little weld in there. I'm in two minds whether I pin it and put a dowel in it each side. I don't really know what to do there, to be honest with you. Would make it a lot easier to get square on top of each other. Then I've only got to worry about getting the base square to the plate. But there is going to be a bit of wriggle room in the T-slots, hopefully, that I can do some fine adjustment. So I'm going to sit back now and have a good think about it, and whether I go to the trouble and dowel it, which is probably worth it, really. But I'm really happy with the way that turned out. Pretty good for my standards. I pulled apart a clutch out of a starter system on a motorbike engine a while ago, and had those little, they look to me like precision ground pins. They're 10mm long and 10mm diameter. I finally found them where I set them up where I wouldn't lose them, and I've got a good 10mm reamer, so Yeah, one's just fell on the floor. I've carefully measured these out, and I don't know how I'm going to go here because I've only got a drill press. I'm going to drill and ram these 5mm deep. And try and get these to nestle in each side, and so it'll be a nice positive fit one on top of the other. Sort of in two minds whether to have a go at this or not, because I'm a bit worried I'm going to stuff it up. But anyway, it's only a matter if I do stuff it up, I'll just leave the pins out, I suppose. Anyway, I'll give it a go. Nothing to lose. Something a bit interesting here. Just get the other block. This block here, I used a 10mm reamer on, and you see they just drop in, they're not all that tight. So I've had a box of brand new end mills for quite some time. And this one's 10mm. So what I've done, I pre-drilled it to 9mm, and then I went in 7mm on this one, on this block, and 3mm on this block, simply because of the thread. So then I started about 1/2 mil in, not even that, just enough just to sit the end mill in, and then started to drill up, and then pushed it down. So as you can see there, it's a better fit than this one here. So anyway, just thought I'd show you that. A bit more in there so it goozes up out the side there a little bit. Well, I dodged a bullet there. As you've seen before, them pins are they weren't 100% tight in the holes. So I Loctited them into the base, and then I actually had to use the vise. I sat the top over. I actually had to use the vise to squeeze them together. Now they're sitting on there dead solid, so can't get them off. So it's good. I can clamp that, then weld it, and I know it's not going to move anywhere now. And then it's only a matter of getting it square on. It's only a matter of getting it square onto the plate then. But I've got to drill these first for the T-nuts, bolts to go through. Sorry about the freehand here, but I've got it set up in the vise. You can see that there well or not, but I've got it set up dead square in the plate here where I want it to be. That was my first attempt at jig welding. This side here is not so pretty, but I've filed a little bevel in each side here, so I've got somewhere to film. I've got no way of filming while I'm welding, so I do apologise for that. My plan is I'm just going to take each corner and then weld it up solid. So I may even, once I've tacked it in place, I'll put a clamp on it and another clamp at this end up here. Just to eliminate any warping that might happen in the bottom plate. So that's the plan. So I'll bring this back when I've got it all welded up. There we go. It's on there. Like I said previously, I've never had any luck with the TIG. There's a couple of battle scars on there, but that just adds to the story, doesn't it? I'm pretty happy with that. I'm feeling pretty chuffed at the moment because I've never had this much success. Yeah, I'm sort of, look, it's nowhere near as good as it could be, and there's a lot to learn, but that's what it's all about. Feeling pretty happy now. I've finally had some success with it, so now I'm pretty keen to have another go at it. So I think there'll be plenty more of jig welding coming up in the future. Well, I've dummied it up on the table. I've bolted the indexing fixture down. I've bolted the tailstock down, and it is smack bang on the middle. I'll give you a close-up shot. I hope that's sort of half in focus there. It's pretty hard to tell, but all I've got to do now is put a thumb screw in the top here. Try and spin this around a bit. Put a thumb screw in the top with and a flat on the top of this center pin, and put a taper on it. And that's the job complete. Pretty happy. Enough. Homemade CNC. Don't get much better.